clean our screen, the first thing we need to do is we need to bring the screen down. If I were to bring the screen down over the palette, I run the risk of getting ink still through where my design is onto the palette. So there are two options. One, if no one else is using the press, just turn the palettes between the print head and then just bring the print head down, okay? And then that way, you're not gonna have anything get onto the palette. If there are other people using the press and so you need to be able to have it lined up, just use a scrapped Pellon, place that down on it, just like a scrap paper essentially, and do it that way. Now what we're going to need is we're going to need to bring the cart over, and what we're going to do is we are going to try and salvage any and all ink that we can. And so to do that, we are going to be using just little scrap cards. We have a bunch of these here in the classroom. They're just left over from different things. They may not look like this when you use them, but they do the same thing. And we're gonna use these to scrape up any ink we can off of the screen and get some of that ink off the squeegee. So I like to actually come in here, grab the squeegee and have it get some ink. And then what we do is I can just use this card and carefully, if I am careful, I won't get ink on me. I can just drag that down and just basically wipe off any ink that's on the squeegee, and then I can just go ahead and put the squeegee back on the rack. I don't need to do anything else with it, and it will be fine just being on the rack. The ink won't dry. This ink doesn't just dry in the air, so it'll be fine. This card's pretty beat now, and so I might go ahead and just throw the card away. And so let me grab the garbage. We can also wheel the garbage can over near us. That makes it a little easier for us. And so now I'm gonna use another card and I'm just gonna start grabbing as much ink as I can off of this. There are two reasons we're doing this. One is we don't wanna waste ink. And so anything we can salvage at the end is wise. But two, it will make the reclaiming process much cleaner. You won't have if you don't have a bunch of ink on there. We also use the cards and not the spatula from the ink because we don't want to accidentally cut the screen. The mesh is not like super strong, and so we don't want to go too crazy. So that's good. I've scraped off the bulk of my excess ink so I can throw that card away. Now, if I know I'm going to print this screen again, I can just put this on the rack and it should be okay. But since I know I'm going to be reclaiming this, which means that I'm going to be taking the design, the emulsion, everything off, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually take off the tape. So I have found if I can find a corner that has two different sides to it, that can be really helpful. And I'm just going to slowly and carefully peel off the tape. If you're really good, you won't get ink on your hands. If you're I wasn't able to get a complete corner, but we just want to peel slowly so that we don't accidentally just rip it and then have 10 different pieces that we're trying to get when we do this, okay? You're gonna get ink on your hands most likely. Like I said, some people can do it without getting any ink on their hands, and that's awesome. Sometimes I can, not this time. All right, but we want to get all the tape off. So I got that off, but I actually have some extra tape here on the bottom that I can get off, and maybe I'll worry about that off camera, just for the sake of our time. Now, I have ink on my hands. This is actually helpful because I don't want to get that random black ink in random spots on the screen. So what I would do now is I'm going to wash my hands, and now my screen though is ready to get reclaimed. And so we can take it into the darkroom and reclaim it now.